So, welcome. I hope I'm audible. Let me see. Okay. Okay, so on the first thing, to run the first simulation, you just hit on the run and you ensure that the name is something like the current or any other. You can even use the base or something because it is the base scenario. So you just hit on run. So, yes. So once you hit run, it will get the base scenario first. And then with this one, you can view the graph of the base scenario. If you click on the variable name and then you hit on the graph, you should be able to see that one trends. I hope you're good at that. So if you check on the other one, maybe the graph and the policy, the graph of the refilling under the policy, you hit on the graph, you'll be able to see that one too. So in this scenario, you'll have plotted two variables at the same time, such that you're able to observe the impact policy on refilling stations. So as you can see, when the policy is on, the number of refilling points increases with a greater value. So to plot one, you just click on the variable and hit on the graph. You don't need to click on the strip. You are supposed to click on the graph. There is a difference between the strip and the graph. So because the strip will show the flows relating to the same variable. So you use the graph. Okay. Okay. Just use that. Okay. Now, for the two variables or more than one variable, I told you, you select all the variables, you click the control, and then you select the variables. So if once you click the control key, you select the variable, you then, yes, it is the control shift. Yes, control shift, and then you select control shift, select. Okay. So once you click control shift, and then you click select, it will be able to select the variables that then you can graph them that way. Okay, so this side is for the from 0 to 1 is the the rate, and the other one is the number of stations, which is from 0 to 40,000. Okay, so I want to show you how to run a second simulation of another scenario. So assume now we have another scenario, which is the optimistic scenario. So in the case of the optimistic scenario, you'll have to update the variables which are based on the optimistic. So like in the optimistic scenario, the delay in setup maybe is higher, something like that. So let's say that the delay in setup changes from 0.065 to 0.065 to something like 0.7. Yes. So, and then hit on the run. Ensure that you have named your scenario, and then you hit on the run. As you can see, we now have two curves. So let's see for the optimistic, you just plot one variable, and then you can see on that one. So the optimistic scenario, once you increase the setup, you'll be able to observe there is a difference. Okay, there is a difference in the initial current scenario and the optimistic scenario. The optimistic scenario shows there are many refilling stations with time. So in order, you can argue this one by saying that the government can adjust the delay function or the delay in setup of that. So that's how I was just showing you how to plot a two graph scenario in a two graph situation. So let's see the hydrogen refilling station, the same case. So let's say that in the same scenario, we need to update the delays in licensing. Maybe you want to reduce the delays or increase the delays. So you just come here, click, and then you run again. Don't change the name. Yeah. Okay. You have a small issue because of the change. Can you see that? Just revert to the first and then try again. But ideally, that's how you do. Let's see. Yes. Make 0.45. Let's use 0.45. Yes, so you can see if your variables in the optimistic scenario are different, so you have to update the the variables respectively and then run again. Okay, so in this scenario, you can see the number of vehicles are high compared to the initial scenario. So that's how you plot graphs. You can plot one graph, you can plot two graphs. So let's plot two graphs for both scenarios. So you can see I've plotted two variables. These are two variables, only that you have, because you have only two scenarios for two variables. So in that situation, you can easily be able to observe the difference. So I think we are good with that. So once you follow this, you will easily be able to understand. So thank you so much.